Before we start the video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. If you don't want to miss any video, hit the notification bell. Without further ado, let's go to the video. Sebastian Vettel stated via his new Instagram account the weekend before the Hungarian Grand Prix that he will stop competing in motorsport at the end of 2022 after 15 years. Despite having a successful career, the Aston Martin driver no longer finds fulfillment in the accomplishments he does with the British squad. With so much talk around Sebastian Vettel's intention to quit the Formula One scene, it is clear that the 35-year-old racing legend will have no shortage of chances. However, the four-time world champion may surprise everyone by making a dramatic comeback to Formula E racing after former driver Lucas di Grassi said he is more than welcome to join. Sebastian Vettel has been projected to take on a role inside the championship hierarchy by F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali since announcing his retirement from the sport at the end of July, but the German driver has hinted that he might go in a completely other route. In a video announcing his retirement, he said he believed in change and progress and that every little bit makes a difference, and Vettel has frequently discussed the need to combat climate change, advance green technologies, and create a more sustainable environment for sport. Many believe Sebastian may take a completely different path in terms of racing after this year, but of course, motorsport is who he is. Di Grassi, a former FE champion and former F1 driver who raced with Vettel, stated Sebastian would be more than welcome to join the series if he were interested in doing so in a news conference. "We raced together many times in Formula 3 especially, and it would be amazing to have him race here. I think a lot of the sustainability talks in F1 are not really making any difference, like saying don't use fossil fuels and then they're sponsored by Aramco." Vettel has become, in the last few years, conscious about the state of the world and what he can do to make it better and use his platform as a sportsman to try to make the world a better place, which I think is very noble of him. He could just do his racing and then stop and buy a boat and stay in the boat somewhere, so I think it's very noble of him. It would be a pleasure to have him racing with us, but I don't think it will happen. Formula E is a very difficult environment. Although in Gen 3 everything starts from scratch, so it would be the perfect time for someone to jump in, and I'm sure he would be competitive. It just takes time. Formula E is a very special racing series and you don't have practice sessions or testing days, so it takes time, but it would be a pleasure to have him racing with us. Di Grassi has cautioned that it will be extremely difficult to acclimatize, even though he would be delighted to have his old opponent back in the championship. In regards to F1, Vettel issued a dire warning last year, stating that if the sport keeps up its environmental blunders, it may not survive. In recent years, F1 has improved its environmental impact by making efforts to promote sustainability and develop more effective engines. Vettel said, "We live in a time where we have innovations and possibilities to arguably make Formula One green as well, and not lose any of the spectacle, of the excitement, of the speed, of the challenge, of the passion. If anything, we have so many clever people and engineering power here, we could come up with solutions. I think there are certain things that people are talking about for the future of the sport in terms of regulations, that could shift the change and shift into more relevant changes. And I feel if they come, that's a good thing for Formula One, and it's also a vital thing. But if they don't come, I think I'm not so optimistic. I think that Formula One will disappear. And probably rightly so. We are at the stage where we know we've done mistakes, and we have no time to keep doing mistakes. A classic example of someone who switched from F1 to FE and struggled in his first season is Antonio Giovinazzi. Jake Dennis, a Red Bull reserve driver in F1 and a star of the Avalanche Andretti FE team, has also emphasized the stark differences between racing in both cars. Gerhard Berger, the DTM team manager, has also indicated an interest in Vettel. Although Berger might well anticipate that the German's future will be primarily outside of motorsport, the German is more than welcome in the field. However, the arrival of updated vehicles in Formula E for the upcoming season makes it the perfect opportunity for any new competitors to enter the championship and compete on an equal footing. Whether Vettel intends to drive somewhere else is unknown. In any case, the 35-year-old driver is still early in his motorsports career. With his activity, the German also hopes to accomplish a great deal. Lucas di Grassi is prepared to warmly welcome Vettel to the FE.